Welcome to another episode of Ship War, my review of Short Term 12. Short Term 12 is directed by Destin Crenton. It's also written by Destin Crenton, and it stars Brie Larson and a bunch of other very talented actors and actresses. The premise of this story is about Brie Larson's character, Grace, and you're following her story where she works at this location called Short Term 12, which is a foster home for troubled teenagers who are parentless or they have some kind of issue where they need to be in this foster home. And I have to say, going into this movie, 5 minutes in, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be one of those quirky indie comedy movies that you're going to watch, and by the end of the film, you're going to feel good after watching it. Like, that's the idea I thought of it, because there's this sequence in the, 5 minutes into the movie that's pretty hilarious. It's pretty upbeat. You're laughing while they're telling this particular story, and you kind of get this feeling this is going to be more of one of those really comfortable movies. But once you get into the story, you come to realize this is not the movie you thought it was going to be. Those 5 minutes do not define this film. This is a pretty serious movie that focuses on things that I don't think we really think about when it comes to foster care. I'm not going to go into my own personal life about foster care, even though I've experienced it in a different way that I don't think most people have. I'm not a foster child or anything like that. So seeing this movie, I kind of, in a way, related it to these children, but not really in the sense that I experienced what they experienced, but I really sympathize with what these kids were going through while watching this movie. There's one particular story that really hit me hard, and the character's name is Marcus. I really liked that story, and just the build-up of it, how it ended. It was just an overall great build-up, and there was another particular story that I didn't really care for so much. Not saying that it was bad, but I really didn't care for it, but it was still a good story. So there was two stories about two foster kids in this movie, and then you also have Brie Larson's character, Grace, and her situation. She's also a foster child. She also had the same upbringing as most of these kids. So you see the aftermath of what being a foster child does to a person through Brie Larson's character, and then you see these other characters who are actually living in the now as foster kids. This movie was excellent at putting you into that world and just seeing these things through the eyes of Brie Larson's character, Grace, who she does such a wonderful job. I mean, in particular moments while watching this, I felt like I was watching more of a documentary than a film. I looked up the director, and he's actually known for documentary, and he actually did a short film called Short Term 12, pretty much based on the same thing, and he himself has actually worked in a facility like this. So this is very realistic because the director actually lived and saw this stuff himself. It's one of those films that came out in 2013. For whatever reason, it didn't get the buzz that it deserved. A lot of people haven't seen it. A lot of people haven't heard about it. So I definitely recommend this movie to anybody who likes very well done films, movies that you don't even feel like you're watching a movie, that you feel like you're actually following these characters and what they're going through. You will enjoy this film, and I definitely recommend this to everyone who wants to watch a good movie from 2013. So that's my review for Short Term 12. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Welcome to another edition of Discussions by You, where you guys pick the topic and I discuss it. Today's topic is brought to us by Steve Johnson. Do you think that we'll ever see a merger between Disney Marvel and Fox Marvel? If so, will that be Avengers plus Fantastic Four plus X-Men plus Guardians of the Galaxy? What do you think? No, I don't think there's going to be a merger, and the reason why I think that is